Yeah, my name's Josh Willie. I'm the project management supervisor in the engineering division, working with our right-of-way group, managing roadway reconstruction projects. My role on this project is the project manager. This is a big project. It's a combination of a lot of different things coming together all at the same time in the same location. The entire corridor stretches from 900 west all the way to 950 east. We designed the entire project as one long corridor, but for the construction we broke it up into two phases. Our first phase is the central 9th section from 300 west to West Temple, and that's a project really pushed by the Salt Lake City Redevelopment Agency. And then the rest of the corridor is a coordination between the engineering division and the transportation division and public utilities to do improvements from 900 west to 300 west, and then from West Temple to Lincoln Street, 950 east. For the phase 2 sections, the big push was to install the center section of the 9-line trail. So there's the existing 9-line trail that's going from about 700 west to Redwood Road, and we have a new section east of Lincoln Street that we built a few years ago. And so now we're building the center section of the 9-line trail to connect the east and west sections of the trail. The new trail section will be behind the curb trail, so it's going to be a very safe, comfortable space for people to bike and walk and move around the city. It's going to connect, trail users from the east side of the city to the Jordan River Trail out here on the west, which gets them to a lot of other destinations. So it really makes this great connection for people to get out and bike and for pedestrians to get out and be able to connect to a lot of other trail sections that we have in the city. So that was a big driver for this project, was to install that center section of the 9-line trail. Along with that, engineering is participating in doing some pavement restoration along this corridor as well, with funding our future bond that was passed a few years ago. And Public Utilities has taken this opportunity to do some utility improvements while we're out here. Along with the trail and the pavement restoration that we're doing, we're also have a big push to improve transit service with this project. So we are improving a lot of the existing bus stops that are along the corridor, as well as installing some new bus stops along the corridor. So the city's partnered with UTA to make that possible, and that's another big push that we're doing with this project. The phase 1 section in Central 9th, they've completed the center median island that's going in with the landscape improvements that were installed as part of that, and they're currently wrapping up the south side of the roadway. So they've got the road paved and the flat work in, and they're just doing the landscape touch up right now. Once they've completed that this year, that contractor will pull off the project through the winter time, and then in the spring of 2023 they'll come back and finish the north side of the road. Same similar improvements, the curb gutter, flat work will all be improved, as long as a lot of new landscaping that will be installed as part of the phase 1 project. The phase 2 project, in the phase 1 project, that should be finishing up summer of 2023. We'll have that part of the project done. For phase 2, they started at 9th West and they've been moving their way east along the corridor. They've substantially completed the roadway portion of the project up to State Street. There's still a little bit of landscaping and some cleanup along that section to do, but the road is pretty well done and open to traffic and trail users between 9th West and State Street. Currently, they're working east of State Street. They're going to get as much done as the weather will allow them to this year, and there will be some work that will continue through the winter, but then starting in spring of 2023 is when they'll start to make another big push to go east between 200 East until Lincoln Street. So the first place people could go to is a website that we've developed for this project. If they go to slc.gov/MyStreet, they can find a link there under the current projects for this 900 South project, and it has a lot of information about the project. On that same website, there's a hotline that they can call if they have questions. There's also an email address that they can respond to get questions, and also to be put on a list to receive monthly updates about construction.